Viewer discretion advised.
So, to recap where we left off, the party agreed with the Celestial to send him followers in return of safe travel to Syngorn and not being killed by a Celestial. You safely, for the most part, made your way to the Elven City of Syngorn, where you now wait about midday within the open expanse of the city. You just got rooms at a tavern, I believe, and are now currently outside of the city, like right here-ish. And you can all see various elves moving around. I believe after being bought a bunch of drinks, Briar probably is passed out at the bar, and Paul will just tell you guys, I'll watch her. You three, go on.
Are you sure we should be letting her watch it after what you just said to the elf? No, never mind. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure.
And you are in the thoroughfare of a market-like area, various buildings, elves all about the place. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I'll follow your guys' lead and then I'll get accustomed, I think. And I just want to make it clear, I'm not on board with the Celestial's plan. Just want to say that.
Yeah, you were awfully silent about it. I know you was kind of thinking about why that was that. But well, I guess now you're you're pretty verbal now. Listen, the idea was just we didn't have much of a choice because I'm fairly certain he would have killed us straight up. Is that safe to assume, Alex? Can I call you that? Would you prefer to call me your full name?
Alex is fine.
Right.
I did not give us good odds in that fight. No.
Yeah, I was thinking we're probably not going to make it. Listen, I'm just wanting to play the long game. We get his trust, and when this isn't that, when the opportune time comes along, we'll take him out, right? I'm not exactly down for, working with someone like that, but seems that we don't have much of a choice. But I'll get you. I'll do. We'll make right of it. Until then, let's just keep our heads down and get our trading done and move on to whatever we need to do. Right?
Sounds good. Okay, I can abide by those. I can abide by that.
Yeah, we're pretty much deceiving him. I think you're what's his name? Asmodeus would like that? Or would it be Tiamat, or would they both like
More
that?
Asmodeus to you, my good friend.
Yeah. He's the king of lies, so I think we're doing just fine. So, all things considering, I think, it'll work itself out. But anyway,
I'm very persuaded.
great. Alright, didn't even need to make a check for that. Nice. Anyway, let's get some trading done. That's what we're here for the most part, till something comes along, but if we're gonna, come out of Celestial in any way, shape, or form we can, we need to be well prepped for that. So I say we should get trading done, yeah?
Right. What kind of trading do you have in mind?
Weapons, armor,
I don't use either of those. Is there anything that we need other than that?
maybe potions?
That's not a bad idea.
Kind of eye up Alex up and down and maybe check her, her side. Scrolls? Does that interest you?
Not really.
Yeah, not me either.
I could give it a try, but that's more of my
Something
family's
to
purview.
something to think about. But Lucy, is there anything you would like to do in mind? Is anything in mind you like to do? Or
Take down the government. But I can't do that right now. Um,
yeah, right. I was thinking the exact same thing. Sure, yeah.
you
But
would
I just think
like.
what?
Okay, if so, we can buy. So God, we can buy stuff here, right? Like when you mean trade, you mean we can go to shops and then buy little stuff to make ourselves better, or trade so
Yeah,
we can bring back to the village and give them.
yeah. But also,
There, in the area you're in right now, the Tarn wards are basically all four of them are commerce districts.
Farmer.
yeah.
Sorry, I didn't hear you say farmer.
Commerce
Commerce.
districts.
Okay, okay. Mm, mm. Look, I could go for a little bit of a better armor. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not very good um at punching things yet. So
And listen, I'll kind of say this quietly while getting close with Lucy. Like quietly, it's like, your idea about overthrowing the government. I'm not exactly opposed to the idea, but with where we're at right now, is practically impossible. But from what I can, from what the stories I've read and all the stuff I've done and studying and blah 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 and good old college school, much. I think the best way for us to really make that happen is get their trust. And once our trust is their trust, we have it. That's where we yoink it. You know, that requires us maybe to be errand boys and girls, mind you, but that's not exactly. I wouldn't say we actually have time for that, but that is what my thought process is. We can't exactly scare them into, or randomly just have full control with just us. You know what I mean? We gotta get behind the scenes and such. But as I said, that's a little extreme and a little out there, and there's a bit past our time budget. So I think we're just good with trading right now. But I understand what you're saying. I've just been trying to think of different avenues and different ways to get it done, but it's just a lot to get to. You know what I mean?
I like your funny words, Magic Man.
Yeah.
I think you're right. Look, my ideas might be a bit too big for what we can handle right now, but I think in a bit we'll be able to make some pretty big moves.
Possibly.
Hmm. Look, I don't know. The thing is like we're really outmanned
Yup.
by the other villages in the freaking mountain. And
Yup.
I don't trust anyone here enough. I don't know if we could find. Well, we're paying for more service.
Frankly, they don't trust us either. I mean, when I'm not an elf, you're not an elf. Most of us aren't elves. Except one, but she's passed out right now. Or they're passed out right now.
Would all of you like to roll me a perception?
Sure. That sounds fun. Surely.
Perception.
What did Lucy get? 11? Damn.
But I'm gonna give myself guidance. 14, baby.
You guys suck. Right and proper.
So you will all see it, although Lucy and Whitlock catch on to the sounds first, and eventually, as it crosses you, Alex, you see it as well. Walking past this thoroughfare and towards the Barrel Keep, which was the location of the fortress-like building that had all the guards in it, you see a small little caravan, almost, of guards. There's 4 guards. 4 on either side of what appears to be a caravan of prisoners, and a single guard in front, so 5 total. And in between them, you can see locked up in chains and like from, classic prisoner chains between arms and legs, and with muzzles attached, are 3 lizard folk.
Oh shit.
being
Like a plot hole.
being moved through the thoroughfare and towards the guard post.
Are they familiar in any way?
Give me a history.
Yeah, can I do a history check too?
Sure.
I won't because I have a -1. I know at that point, seeing Wedlock's roll. Eesh.
Could be. Could be. Are you sure? Thank God.
No, 11. I
Alexandra.
14, baby.
So Lucy, your encounters with the lizard folk so far, none of them look familiar per se. But you haven't really encountered that many lizard folk. Alexandra, you remember that I believe the lizard folk shaman spoke of multiple clans trying to come to power to fight Syngorn. Or that there were talks of another clan lower in the mountains trying to assault the city of Syngorn.
Right.
You recognize these darker skinned or darker scaled lizard folk. The lizard folk in the mountains were more lighter green. These appear to be a more darker green. And so they are not likely of the same clan or tribe, but you do, from the knowledge you have, this is definitely lizard folk belonging to whatever group is attempting to take the city.
And you said opposing clans? They would not be friends with the people that we may have pissed off?
Opposing or just different clan. The shaman did say that there were multiple lizard clans.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think she'd say much about it. I think she would just acknowledge them with the rest of the group. Yeah.
I
Just
okay.
what were you gonna say?
I would like to point. So I pointed them, right? I tug a little bit on Alexandra's cloak, and I pointed, and I go we can get some of those to pledge loyalty to us, and get more hands to work for us.
We
People are
could go
down.
research, find where this other clan is if we're waiting on our elven friend to sober up.
Exactly. When people are down, it's the best time to manipulate them. I mean, give them some work and help us out.
Oh, I agree.
I approach one of the guards, the little goat man, and I walk next to him, and I ask, "We're new. I am new to the city. I'm not saying one with anyone else, right? Hi, excuse me. I'm new to the city. I heard lizard folk lived in this land, but it seems they are prisoners. May I inquire what have they done?"
As you approach, one of the guards splinters off to head you off and says, "Be careful, citizen. Stay back. These lizard folk are part of a group who have been attempting to assault our citizens and bring down the might of Syngorn, and they're being dealt with. So
Oh no, that's terrible.
can calm yourself and find yourself in bed safe and sound for the night, knowing that
Thank you.
we are taking care of it.
I asked. Thank you so much. Actually, we're gonna be traveling. So I say again. Sorry, I meant to say I am gonna be traveling in the next few days. I am working a little bit of a merchant trade here. I'm technically not lying because that's what we're doing. And I tell him where are these attacks happening so I can avoid those roads.
You should be mostly safe within the verdant expanse. That is where these lizard folk seem to be operating out of, but the streets and the roads and the various villages within are all protected by the god of Syngorn, the oh boy, I forgot what they're called. Here's where I panic. The Verdant Guard. We have various outposts along the roads. The Verdant Guard will keep you safe.
Thank you. I'm sorry to bother. I take out a little map of the area, the one that we had from the one you gave us for the gorge or this sort of zone. I say like specifically where it's happening. I'm really scared of them. Really, I say to him. Could you point it out in the map?
He points a little ways outside of the city. There's a large, vast of forest and woods, which he tells you is the Verdant Expanse. There are various smaller villages dotted here and there. As Syngorn is kind of built on the mountains, the lower you go, the more forest there is. And this is the Verdant Expanse is an entire region of forest. And so he kind of points out the entire region, but he does once again reassure that the Verdant Guard are stopping and making sure that these lizard folk will not be a problem.
I say, thank you so much, good sir. Keep the good work.
He nods his head and then rejoins the guard that have continued on.
I go to the group and I go like, they're operating over here. If we can maybe help them underturn against the guard, we can probably get their favor and make them help us out.
Is that something you want to do right now?
No, it's something we can take into consideration once we leave the city.
All right. How do you feel like our other... we have a tenuous peace with the other lizard folks. Do you think they'll be
Yes, good point.
not happy with us joining a different clan?
That is true. But if we can take over that clan, then we could just join both of them.
Play both sides is not a bad option.
Yeah. I'm not opposed to that.
Because if you think about it, the only people who are really wary of us are the elders. If we get rid of the elders and we can manipulate the others, we could maybe get an even bigger army on our sides. Because right now we're really lacking numbers. I'm not gonna lie to you. Can't worry.
We are a fairly small group. Maybe bodies is not a bad plan.
Yeah.
How would we exactly go about that? Go about all this? Is this something we deal with right now, or it's just something we plan about?
Something we should. I say when we leave back to the fortress, we should pass by there and try to get these lizard folks' favor.
Rightio.
By the way it sounds, I don't want to assume, but by the way it sounds, um, they sort of have it under control, the guard, because of the walls and the city, right? And
Yeah.
because probably the guards have trained experience in militia, right? But it seems to be a fairly big enough problem that they have posts all over the area. So they must have numbers to a certain degree. Which means they can be comfortable enough that they're not leaving people out there keeping watch. So probably a substantial amount of troops the lizard folk are bringing on the city. This will become a problem if unchecked.
Good point. I see. I see logic and rationality behind the thought process. I think it just kind of comes to when we decide to do what we do, and whatever decision we made, with probably best we do as a crew.
Yeah.
Hence why, hence the fellow buddies are not here. But still, I still just want to get trading done. I feel like we set that to do that a while ago, and that has not been done. So, Whitlock will kind of like take his leave and begin to look for the nearest, like, I don't know, blacksmith trading post or something. So if he could like try to purchase stuff with what gold? How much gold does he have? 461. Yeah. See what there is.
I'll go with you.
As will I.
Alright. You are able to certainly find a blacksmith. It is a more open building with a, kind of like a Skyrim blacksmith, building on the side, everything else like kind of under an awning. Outside, you do see an elven man working the forge, hammer in hand, pounding at a super hot weapon.
Hi? Don't want to interrupt. This looks like it's hard work, but hi.
Pauses and says, hello. This is nothing. What can I help you with?
Yeah, I just recently rolled into this town. I mean, as you can see, he kind of points at his ears. I'm not from around here. Just looking to do some trading and see what wares you got. Weapons, armor, whatever. And just a general question. Does your town also sell potions and the like? If I could you also point me that way?
Of course. We've had quite a few adventurer sorts come through Syngorn lately. It's good to have more wares to sell. And you can see this man is a bit more, more of a gruff kind of elf. Not the biggest beard, but there is a beard on his face, and his hair kind of falls sloppily. He says, if you're looking for potions, you'll want to look for the Spellbenders Guild. They'll help you with any of your magical needs. That's a bit ways down, and he'll point across the waters to a different ward. And he says, but if you're in need for weapons, this is the right place. What can I help you with? What are you in the need for?
What weapons and armor do you have on you? If you do, is it anything magical per se?
Well, it's elven made, which is some of the best you can find.
That's true. Good point.
And he kind of brings you through. You see scimitars, you see short swords, you catch the occasional. You're really seeing more dexterous weapons compared to things like great swords or long swords. You see the occasional double-bladed staff,
Ooh, yeah.
and you
Bet I can't use
see
that.
much more light armors versus heavy. The heaviest he has seems to be like a chainmail.
Yeah. Damn.
But there are lighter armors that you do see.
Gotcha.
We have shields.
No, I am using mage armor, so this is all kind of useless in the grand scheme of things, but still, let's check out weapons, I guess. Anything magical? Well, no? Is that no?
He asks, what would you be looking for?
Well, I mean, not to say the armor selection is bad, it's nothing really that tickles me fancy, and same with the weapons, and again, no offense, it's, maybe there's, I don't know, utility stuff, maybe like a bag of holding, or, what else is there? Goggles of the night? Owl goggle vision? Whatever, something like that. Oh no.
Well,
Stuff like that.
I'm not sure if we have any of that, but I can promise you that whatever weapons I make here are certainly better than any casual weapons you'll find beyond these walls. And he kind of gestures. If you have one like your weapon out, he gestures towards like your rapier.
Yeah.
These
Do you,
are.
do you do spear mech? I could use a new walking stick.
You're asking for a spear?
Yep.
We have spears. The guard tend to use more longer bladed weapons. I provide them myself. In fact, he'll pull one from off a wall and say, "I recently made a newer batch of spears for the guard, but this one is for sale if you would like it."
Character DM.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not proficient with all simple weapons. I have a very strict list of proficiencies.
Okay.
Quarterstaff and spears being the main one. Is there anything that I could use the dexterity with that's like a spear-like thing? I have proficiency in like daggers and clubs, but I was mainly just wanting something with a pole.
Okay, so spear and staffs.
If not, I completely understand. I just want to get ahead of it.
He does have. I mean, he does have like halberds. I'm not sure if that falls under spear-like weapons.
I believe that's martial though, and I probably wouldn't be proficient with it.
What simple weapons? Is it just staves and spears?
Pretty much. The list is essentially clubs, daggers, and then like crossbows, slings, whatever. Quarterstaffs and spears. So it's like just those four. I'm just wondering, can I get anything besides a dagger that would be finesse-able?
I mean,
I'm completely fine with losing the ability to throw a spear if it's just like classified as kind of like a short sword with a pole on it. Not even with reach, just she mainly doesn't want to lose her walking stick.
Mm-hmm. If you bring it up and ask, the blacksmith would say if you give him time, he could attempt to make something. You know, after all, there's nothing better than an elven-made weapon.
Gladly. She will gladly take the time.
He will ask for a down payment of 2 gold pieces.
She'll produce it with no issue.
And he asks, am I sending this anywhere, or how long are you staying in town?
for a little bit. We're, I believe we introduced the fact that we're trading here, but we'll be here for a decent bit. How long do you expect it to take?
Oh, shouldn't take all too long. At most, maybe a day or two.
Perfect. I'll return tomorrow to see your progress, and it's another day. That's completely fine.
It's like, I could work the metal like this, and begins kind of talking to himself before realizing, oh, I still have customers, and says to the other two, oh, I apologize. Is there anything else you would like?
I wanted to ask if he had like a sentinel shield or something like that.
Sentinel shield.
Okay.
Let's see.
Well,
I'm going to roll a dice. Do you want higher or lower?
with my luck. Wait, sure, let's go. I'll say higher. Why not? I hope.
Okay, we're going higher. You got higher.
Yeah.
Wow.
He says, he says one moment and walks inside, and eventually comes back out with this fine elven shield that is kind of shaped in the shape of a leaf, kind of like the shields from Lord of the Rings that the elves use. And it is finely crafted of metal. And he says, you're in luck. We only recently got this in from another business that we do trade with. They make it and we sell it here in Syngorn. If it interests you, the price would be 1,000 gold pieces. It is rather well-made shield, and well, the price equals that protection.
Okay, that's a lot of money, but I want to make a few questions. First, I wanna. How much is obsidian worth in this world, DM?
How much
know.
is obsidian worth?
Yes.
That is a tough question to answer. Because that depends. Are you selling it or buying it in its raw form? Or are you buying it in its refined form?
I have obsidian chunks, so what I would like to basically do is trade him my shield, my obsidian chunks, and 500 gold for it.
I mean, I have 400 gold on me. I could try to help you purchase that. The only thing about me is that could I possibly ask if they have the goggles of night? Allow me to see in the dark as a human?
That would be useful as hell too, but
Let's
would you be willing
see.
to trade?
Do you want
all that?
higher or lower, Whitlock?
I'll do higher too. Oh.
He says, I'm sorry,
Fuck.
my friend, but I don't
Go fuck yourself.
think I have that in store. Give me a persuasion, Lucy.
Okay. By the gods, please. Wait. I want to roll D4. 19, baby.
Alrighty. 19. He kind of rubs his chin seeing your materials and what you're offering and says, The obsidian, while nice, it doesn't run that much. Certainly not enough to pay for this shield. And you're offering how much gold? And I think you said your shield?
Yes, I'm trading in my shield, and 500 gold, plus the 5 obsidian chunks.
Guess I can make some profit with this. The shield looks a bit battered, but that can always be worked around. Alright, well, I can't say no to upfront payment, and you're offering a pretty good deal. Normally, you adventuring types don't bother to trade, so I respect you for this. You have yourself a deal, and he holds out his hand.
How much are you? How much are you paying?
500.
500 gold, 3 obsidian pieces, and his shield.
Oh wow.
5 obsidian pieces. I'm giving him
5
a
obsidian
better deal.
pieces. And he holds out his hand to shake yours.
So I'll add Sentinel Shield, baby.
And if you shake his hand, you give him the material, he will turn over this leaf shield towards you.
Let's go. Advantage on freaking perception, baby. And I think it's like, how much to initiative? It's an advantage on initiative too. I don't know what it is. I like it because of that one shoot we did, Jacob, where I
Yes.
was, you know the one. I was on a strong number. I love that.
Yeah, that you're Nyx. That was Harvey.
The Sentinel Shield just gives you advantage on initiative rolls and perception checks while you're holding it.
Advantage though, pretty good.
Yeah, very good, very good.
Does it do something for initiative too? Didn't you say that? I saw it was-
Advantage on initiative.
Yeah.
You
okay,
do
sorry.
have to be holding the shield though.
Yes, I basically
Better sleep with it.
immediately. 'Cause it's my main thing, anyways. Like I just like. Well,
Sorry, babe. The Sentinel Shield stays on. I'm not finishing that. We're not getting demonetized. But anyway, yeah, good purchase. Looks pretty neat, mate. Looks pretty neat.
Very happy with it.
It'd be nice to see in the dark, but you know, you can't have everything.
Well, this is just a blacksmith. They're not,
Yeah.
an enchanter. You can look elsewhere.
Good
Is there a
point. Good
place where we
point.
can buy fun trinkets? I asked. Like amulets, goggles, pointing at wedlock, stuff like that.
Yeah, well, as I said, if you want anything magical, find your way to the Spellbenders Guild. Although I will say that you're lucky that I'm open during this hour, as most shops in the Tarn wards aren't meant to open till night.
Oh,
What's
interesting.
that?
That's just how business is dealt here in Syngorn. More folk come out during the night to sell and trade.
Huh. It's interesting. Something to do with the elves not technically sleeping, but meditating for 6 hours. But I guess that makes them night owls. I don't know. Sounds good. Well, appreciate the help, sir. It was nice talking to you, but I think I'm gonna get going. Have a good day, yeah?
Have a good day.
Let's go check out this magic ministry place.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Alright.
So, Alex, when do you need to be back around to the blacksmith?
I said give it a day, maybe 2.
Gotcha. You think it would be around for that long?
I'd assume so.
Gotcha.
Seems like we have quite the business to do here. We're going to set up a empire.
I guess. Or at least attempt to, you know. But however it works out, I'm sure it will happen.
So, I think we can burn a day or two.
Yeah,
We traveled all the way here. Might as well.
fair enough.
Yeah.
We'll head to the Spellbender's place, or Bender, something like that.
All right, you begin making your way towards the Spellbenders Guild, and as you go, you do notice that most shops are closed for the day.
Yeah.
But you do make it to the district, and it does seem to be more of a wizardry section. You see various shops that promote potions or other such trinkets or scrolls. The shops are closed, and you do notice that each of these various shops are under the same label of being under the Spellbenders Guild. In fact, when you were at the blacksmith, you noticed that they had a specific tag as well as being under the Mithril Fellowship.
Interesting. Huh, looks like it's closed, but Mithril Fellowship, what does that mean? It's like some sort of, I don't know, guild? Crew?
I feel like Guild is apt.
Some sort of crew? I mean, I would ask more questions about it, but seems that they're closed. Meaning that I guess shopping is gonna wait till tonight. And what time is it right now?
It's about midday-ish.
Ah, shit. I mean, we got some shopping done, but there's probably more to do. But until then, I say we should, if we're gonna be here for a few days, we should find a place to hunker down. So how about we look for an inn or look for somewhere to kick our feet back, huh?
Yes.
You do have the Green Grove Inn, which is where you left Paul and
Right.
Briar.
Yeah, that's true. I remember that we were at an inn. I was trying to remember which one it was. Well, that was it. What other inns are there?
If you go through the various wards, you can find various other inns. You find one with a leaf called the Long Vine Tavern. You find more in the Reverie Walks or closer to the Fey Grove. You do find some other taverns that seem to be actually roll me an insight, Whitlock.
Okay. Insight. 18.
You find very few to be non-elven friendly.
Oh shit.
While, yes, the city of Syngorn does welcome non-elves, they're very, yeah. I think prejudiced might be the right word. Towards non-elves. They, the entire time you guys have been walking, they're staring at you.
Whoa.
It comes to the territory.
I thought we were the evil ones. What the?
Well, I thought you did that.
They're not against non-humans. It's just this is such a deeply elven city with so much elven history that has been purely elven for so long that while they do welcome non-elves to the city in recent times, there's still a good chunk of people still aren't a fan of it per se. And so the Green Grove Inn or, the Longleaf Tavern and maybe one other seem to be the best places you can find, but that's mostly what if you flaunt your, hey, we're traders.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we did level up, right? Do we need to take a long rest to get our level up stuff, or do we just get it now?
No,
Wait,
you
we leveled
will.
up again last session?
Didn't we? Or it
What
was a while
level are
ago.
you guys currently?
I'm 4.
That is
Yeah.
correct.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, we're fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
then I need to add an extra spell to me. I didn't forgot. Cool.
And but it's not so bad that no one's talking to you. Like if you stop, some other people, they will make conversation with you. No one's outright, ignoring your presence of being.
Yeah. Still sucks though. You know what? Yeah. When no one's looking, I'll kind of go behind like an alley or somewhere that no one's looking or whatever. I'll disguise self into like an elf. Cast disguise self to an elf. Just a regular old there's like so the elves here are they just like strictly? I mean not strictly, but they mixture like wood elves, high elves, and whatnot.
It is a
or
mix of high and wood elf, yeah.
strange Shatter Kai. Or was it with Eldran and whatever, but I would not imagine any drow would be walking around. But, I mean, as far as I know. But yeah, you know what, I'll just kind of disguise myself as a high elf. I'll come back around everyone, and I'd say the high elf, it does, wait, I'm trying to remember specifically the spell. Can it make me look a tiny bit taller, but the rest of, like, try to touch my nose? Yeah, you can seem 1 foot taller. Yeah, I mean, yeah, whatever. A little bit taller as for what a high elf would be, because imagine high elves are somewhat tall. But, yeah, I'll just kind of make it look like sort of a generic looking elf. Hair into a ponytail like, Legolas, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've ever really played it. I mean, no, that's a lie. Never mind. But yeah. Maybe I should change my accent. Yes, my name will be Elkas from here on out. You shall refer to me as such.
Elikas.
Elikas, yeah. Yes,
Okay.
yes, Elikas. Don't worry. If anyone tries to stop us and such, I will try to give you the runabout. Runabout, and say that these people are with me. These non-elves are with me, as you see. So let us first acquire bunks and such, and then we'll go about our business. And should we have any problems, as I said, hopefully I can take the brunt of it and take care of it. Yes?
Sounds good, Elikas.
Perfect.
Would it be wiser, Elikas, for you to journey on your own while you're in your elven form?
I suppose I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be opposed to it, but if I do so, I shall report to what I've seen and what is done and such back to you, if you'd like me to do so. But you wish to tag along, you're more than welcome to do so. But I can't guarantee I'd be able to help you.
Lucy, are you also one of this skin-changing magic?
Oh, no, I don't. Sadly, I don't have that kind of magic. I can do this, and I just like use thaumaturgy to make like the breeze a little bit cooler at night.
I suppose that is.
How delightful.
Well, what about you, Alex? Perhaps you can do something as such, or no?
No, I'm not arcane gifted as such as you.
Interesting. Are you sure? I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Wait. I asked. I thought all this time you were a wizard. Like Lucy's like dumbfounded. Like, how have you been doing so many cool things then? He said.
Who? Me?
No, not you, Wedlock. I know you studied, you nerd. I asked Alexandra because she looks cool.
How preposterous!
Damn, we straight up called you a nerd.
Actually gifted, mind ya. I mean, actually gifted, mind ya.
No, I was privately trained in psionics. It's not arcane, it's soul-based.
Oh.
Sounds nerdy to me.
Be careful with devils. They will take that away. Haha. And then I go like, well, if we're all gonna be uh wait, let me see if I have something stupid. Uh I thought I had oh, I know what I'm gonna do, I know what I'm gonna do. Okay, so since Elacast is a big elf and I am already work as a butler in the House of Asmodeus, I just get into formation, I clean off my vest, and I stand behind my master and I go like, Lord Elacast, where should we go today? And that's my little role now. I am your butler now.
Oh, perfect. I suppose this will do, should they believe it.
What will my role be then? Should I wait at the? Should I just wait at the tavern and supervise our drunken fellows?
No. I say. Mr. Elacast is a well-known trader of Oregon lands, and you are one of them traders from the trading guild. I am his butler, and you're his guest of honor in this city. That's how we're gonna be playing this. A lady psionic who can see the future.
Oh, perfect! Yes, my
Yeah.
courtier.
Exactly. So basically, I go like, you are Lord Elacast. She's basically the one that she's the person who helps you make good deals because she can see the future, and I am the butler. So you look even richer, and now we're in business.
I would prefer if we did not advertise the psionic aspect, but I will take the title of diviner.
Yeah, yes, that would probably be more preferable, more believable. I mean, no offense. I'm sure the psionics, the study of it and such is well respected, but I fear that most people might not know what it is.
This is a old town. Let's stick to traditions.
Yes, a diviner. Perfect. Butler and my diviner. Help me seek out the good deals and such. Anyway, let us find our bunks, shall we? Let's get his room or such. I hate this accent. My elves are so fucking posh, I swear. Oh, darling.
What type of living space are you looking for? Are you looking for a classic tavern and inn like the Green Grove, or are you, with your due disguise, are you looking for something more fancy and catering to elves?
One of you foes are trying our luck with that, but can we afford it? That's the thing. So let me ask you this, my wondrous two. Shall we attempt to try our luck and try to get something more posh and more well to live with, or shall we just stick with what we have and get back to the Grove Inn and live as we are?
I
mean, you did all the effort of becoming this character. You might as well use it.
Yeah, I think if we are to mingle with the high society, it will help us get better connections next time we come back to the city.
Yes, I definitely agree. Yeah, suppose we shall do that. And like you kind of like look around and like get closer. Surely they don't have magic that's gonna see through this shit, right?
Oh, I guarantee they most likely can, but that's half the fun of this.
Fuck. Yeah, I mean, what's a blazes? Yes, blazes. But there's no harm in trying, is there? Come on, let's get to it.
I'm not here to ruin your fun.
I'm having the time of my life. But yeah, I mean, yes, let us proceed.
Okay.
Lord.
Would
Go Saurian.
the new Whitlock like to roll me either a perception or investigation?
Let's do us a perception.
22. You
I
begin
feel very rather perceptive, darling.
you begin spending some time walking around the city of Syngorn. And you're walking around the various wards. Eventually, you come towards the Tarn ward within the Reverie Walks, which is more like a park-like area. I believe I described previously. But you do find a building, among others, that has two of the armored guards at the door with spears in hand, with a large sign on the front of the building. And this is, compared to other buildings that you've seen that are moss covered, this building is moss covered and leaf covered, but it seems more well taken care of. And the title on the building is the Fey Garden.
The Fey Garden. A rather posh name, I'd say.
Quite adequate, my lord.
Mm-hmm. Would you say so, Alex?
Please, my lord, do not forget your manners, Lady Alex.
I suppose. My apologies, Lady Alex. What do you say? Come on, give us a posh accent. You can do this. Don't crack under pressure. You can do it. I suppose the silent, strong type shall do. But anyway. Oh, I suppose I'm busy or some or the such. No problem, darling. Let's move. We'll go through. I'll open the door. Oh, Sir Lucy. Alicus.
Sorry. I got distracted by looking at my phone. He walks to the front of the door, very elegantly, and I would say like with a certain level of finesse. He opens the door for him. Not too slow, not too fast. Just enough so there's not a gust of wind that bothers the guest. And the door is open.
The guards are
Tremendous.
very intrigued by this goat man approaching, but seeing that there is this kind of fancy looking elf behind him, you're able, like, the guards don't stop you.
Isn't my butler just exquisite with his manners? What did you believe it? Sir Alicus, pleasure to meet you. Lord Alicus, that be. And this be Sir Lucy and Lady Alex. Pleasure to meet all of you, all of your acquaintance. How you do? Mind if I come in?
One of the guards says, "You are more than welcome to enter, my lord."
1,000 thank yous. 1,000 thank yous. And
Sorry.
now Alicus will. Okay, we're trying to get you to.
I had an emergency.
No, you're chilling. We know you disappeared because Lucy has a new accent, and we're like trying to see if you have a new accent. So like, this my new accent is more elegant and such. And what's your accent like, Sir Lucy?
The accent is this one, my lord.
Indeed. Lady Alex, would you? Would you?
Alex would like look unamused for a second before just talking in the same tone, just slower.
Elika just face palms. Yeah, I suppose it'll do. It's fine, darling. It's fine.
Quite eloquent, Lady Alex.
Yeah, we'll just walk through and see what the place is like.
Sure. You enter inside and you see a room that is very, very nice. There are...
Before I go inside, I just want to like bow to the guards in appreciation for letting the Lord go in, and then I close the door behind them.
Okay.
No, what about Alex? She's left outside. My diviner.
As all three of you enter, you see a building, very nice, wooden interior compared to like the stone exterior. There are torches burning on the walls. There's a chandelier in the middle of the room. Semi-carpeted floor with very high-standing tables, high-seated tables. There are a few people in here, all elf. There's a nicely wooden bar on the other side of the room that has loads of bottles behind, with a few workers behind. And at the end of the building, there is a fine staircase that seemingly leads upwards.
Hey,
Yeah, I
how
would
much time has
say
passed since I've disguised self?
How long does it last?
An hour.
An hour? You will say at most you've been walking for 20 minutes.
Okay, gotta find a place in 40 minutes. Okay. Oh, a rather exquisite and elegant place, I'd say. Oh, one of my tastes and such.
quite, my lord.
Quaint, rather quaint. I guess I'll look around for whoever runs the place and like try to get a room. Where would I find them at?
Sure. You can walk up towards the bar area. And there are a few elves behind the bar. One of them sees you kind of looking around and says, welcome to the Fey Garden. How may we help you?
Salutations. Is it a man or a woman?
It is a very androgynous looking man.
Oh, let's see. Hello, love. Pleasure to be of your acquaintance. My name is Lord Alicus, and I come in from far and wide, doing much trade and such, but I simply seek to kick my feet back and find a place for me and my companions. You see, my butler and my diviner, for a place to relax. This seems like I found the right place. What's your finest room would it look like, darling?
A merchant. We get quite a few of you through here. I do hope that trade has been treating you well. For our finest room, we have two available. If you want our specialty suite, that will be 10 gold a night. Surely someone such as yourself should be able to handle. But if you want something not as popping, but still perfect for one such as yourself, our next fanciest room will be 5 gold pieces a night.
How much is the big room, the cool one?
10 gold a night.
The specialty room will run you 10 gold a night. But it comes with the most excellent services. You are awoken at the time of your choice with breakfast at your door. There is room cleaning services as well, and if you wish to hang up your robes, we take care of those as well.
Shit. Let's see. That sounds rather exquisite, it does, but mind if I take a gander myself? So I know exactly what we're working with.
Give me a persuasion.
Damn it! Sorry.
May I help somehow so you get the advantage?
How would you help?
I would say something like, yeah, I would straight speak out, excuse me, my lord, and I would step forward for a second. I know it's quite the. I forgot the word in English. God damn it! I speak too much Spanish. Oh.
Perhaps they
We
speak Spanish.
understand.
Go for it.
We understand it's quite the request, but last time we went in one of these establishments and they promised us high service. They were quite disappointing.
It's
We just
quite
want to make
dis-
sure we're paying top quality. We believe you're a man of truth and honor, but you understand trying times just take a little toll on us.
Call
When it comes
it
to
customer trauma. He like puts a fake hand on his head. Like,
see what happened to my lord.
I think.
That's why
I think. I think the fake feigning of the is gonna be why I'm gonna take the 11.
no! Let me reverse that. I quick save and reload.
And so the elven figure behind, they kind of at this point have gotten like a like a logbook of guests in their hand, and they say, "Well, I do apologize. It is normal of a business to be finished first before I give over the room to the guest. I'm sure you understand."
Intuitively. Intuitively, I say.
I I don't have a message. Dude, I miss being sires. Um, I walk forward and I will give. Don't worry, my leash. I'm carrying your pouch. And I take one step forward and I pay the 10 gold for the room. We'll be taking
Wait,
the
wait.
room.
I'll stop you there. Well, let's put some more thought on it and such. I'm sure it looks nice. I'm certain it's the most exquisite service and such place to bunk down. But how about we just mingle and look around, shall we? Not in the rooms, mind you, darling, but more of just the atmosphere. I'd wish to take it in before we make decisions and such.
You are more
How do we
than
know this? How do we know this place as well if the people are not? Not saying the people are not, but I wish to know them better.
You are more than welcome to give a look around. However, I do promise you that we still do run a business here. We cater to those such as yourselves, merchant lords and others, and we would not be in business if we did not keep our rooms perfectly as is.
I'm most certain that is the case. Never doubted for 1 second. But I was just simply just looking to do such merchant and trading. Would any be done here, or would it be done at night? As it seems that's how you operate.
I'm gonna roll something.
Come on, I'm sure they gotta have something here.
What are
They
you going
say, business of trade is mostly done in the Tarn wards come moonfall,
Hmm.
but you are more than welcome to talk with any of our other guests here if they wish to speak. You do see there are a few other elven figures within the room at some of the various tables. Two elves in fine, like blue clothes with gold trim are at a table together. There's another elf by himself wearing kind of like greenish grass colored robes at a table by himself. There's a elven woman and elven man at another table together.
I'm trying to decide what would be even worth saying, like talking to them about. um, I'll like this is just out of like I'm just sorry guys. I'm drawing a blank. I mean, me personally, I don't really have any idea of what to even ask or say to them.
Yeah, I would say probably terms of business and trade, what they work on, and how we want to get the favor of high society. First, we gotta be friendly with them. Tell them, uh, talk to them about first, be polite, tell them it's a fine establishment, and then blah 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 blah, and then maybe if we can get some sort of understanding of what the nightlife is in this city, in sense of like,
Oops.
like balls and shit, and fancy people do, so they can like make deals and whatnot. That would be great with your persuasion, everything.
Yeah.
I would approach with um. Oh, I
Oh,
would, I would
sorry. I didn't mean to do that. That was a mistake. Sorry. I don't know what happened. I was like trying to scroll down and accidentally clicked on something that you an invite to join Turtle Rock Studios. Ignore that. Ignore that. I'm gonna delete that. My bad. uh,
maybe we can have like an out loud conversation about how freaking uh, Alexander's a diviner, and then it might pique someone's interest, and then you can sort of like
I
go from
think
there.
I think the like understanding of like the nightlife and what the city's like just throughout, I think would probably be a good idea. Just at least get the bearing or get a gist for what's going on.
And let's start with that.
Yeah. So Lord Elikaz will walk over to. Are they sitting together or are they sitting separate from each other?
Which group? Because there's two elves in blue robes with gold trim sitting together. There's an elf in green robe sitting by himself, and then there's an elven couple there as well.
I guess I'll ask the green one. I'll ask the one that's on their own. Boy or man or woman?
A man, a fine-looking dressed man, clean-shaven, tied back hair, and he has a cocktail glass in his hand.
Gotcha. Um, now Lord Elikaz will stroll up and be like, "Hello, hope I'm not bothering you such. As you see, I'm new around here. Lord Elikaz, pleasure to meet your acquaintance, my lord, or sir, whatever you'd like to be called. I just blowing through town, and this is all new to me. I've never been here. What is your name, if you don't mind me asking?"
I do not mind you asking at all. I
Quick DM, come with the elf
Yes.
name.
I am Galather Venairos.
Elegant name for an elegant man such as yourself, sir.
Yes, well, it does suit me rather well, as I am one of the few masters of commerce here within Syngorn. It is quite interesting to see someone in position of yourself visiting the city for the first time, especially for an elven figure.
Yeah, I suppose it is rather strange, isn't it? I have relatives that did live here for a while, but I guess I'm mostly related by blood, though I never really been. Maybe I was here when I was younger, but I don't quite recall. I mean, it's been a long time, as you'd imagine. But, regardless, it is a very nice and well town.
Yes, and if I overheard correctly, you yourself are a master of the mercantile. Please, why don't you take a seat? And he holds his hand out towards the seat in front of him.
Oh, you're too kind. He'll go ahead and take the
Um,
seat. But,
yeah,
speaking of this.
I don't mean to interrupt. I just had a little thingy for you. I since I'm always carrying tea and junk like that, I walk forward and I offer both of them tea. Lord Elikas, would you like to have a drink of tea? And I also point to the other merchant, and my lord, will you be interested in some black tea? I ask him.
the other elven. Let me spell his name here.
This be my butler, Sir Lucy.
He swirls his drink and says, before you even say his name, he says, "No, thank you." And then he looks at you, Whitlock elf,
Elf.
and says, "Is this one of yours?"
Yes, this is my butler, Sir Lucy. And the fine lady right here, Lucy, or not Lucy, apologies. Lady Alex is my diviner to help me see things through, quite literally. You see, being a traveling merchant such as I, quite, not necessarily dangerous, but precarious work. More hands on deck is always needed.
Quite
But-
interesting. A diviner, you say?
I served it to Lord Elikas. I heat it up a little bit with magic, and then I serve the black tea to him. Like, but I do everything telekinetically, like without my hands even moving from my back.
You say, this is a diviner you bring with you, and he looks past you towards Alexandra and says,
Indeed.
"My lady, you have colored me curious. What do you see foretold of my future?"
Alex will blink a few times, close her eyes, and she's gonna use apparition to project images of him finding a gold coin on the street into his head for a moment, like 10th of a second flash. It's like, I see good luck in your future, my friend.
This
Give
is so
me-
vague, but it's awesome.
Give me a deception with advantage.
And I give her guidance just in case.
Give me a sleight of hand, Lucy.
Yeah, I don't know if we should do that.
I'm sure she'll. Oh shit! Get like deception with using intelligence or just straight charisma.
A decent charisma. It's not
Fuck.
great.
Just sees you just slap the shit out of him.
Lucy,
Do I have inspiration? Wait, we only have like cards to help us do shit.
No, we gotta lock the fuck in. This is not Baldur's Gate.
you...
Fuck.
Lucy, I will allow one thing if you roll me an Arcana.
Okay. How much shit Arcana, man?
We gotta lock the
I'm
fuck in.
You realize as you start to cast guidance that you are quite visible by everyone in the room, so you're able to stop if you'd like.
I stop, and what I do is like when I stop, I switch to like taking out another freaky teacup and eating another one and put it in front of Alexandra. That's what I do.
So, Alexandra, that deception with advantage.
17.
17!
Let's go.
You see Sir Galathier have this smile form on his face and say, "Well, good fortune for my future means good fortune for business. Why don't the two of us talk about business, my good lord? I see a lot of business to be made with this troop of yours that you bring with you."
Perhaps. I suppose I wouldn't be opposed to that. But I simply want to ask the question of what the trading business is like. Apparently, it seems like you need to wait until, or not wait, but it appears that the trading and such goes on at night. Is this true?
Oh yes, Guild runner Rondell runs quite a tight ship on the market here. All trading of primary goods is done at night when the elven folk are more lively. The only trade that is regularly acceptable during the day is one such as this, with room and food, but Business is to be made when the moon rises.
Right. Interesting. Why is that? But if you don't mind me asking. Would you know?
Well, there are theories that the guild runner has more of a watch on the wards during the night. My assumption would just be that, well, compared to perhaps your own accompaniment here, as an elf to an elf, we are more than capable of spending our purses throughout the night. More people are out and about. More business to be dealt.
I see.
Takes a sip of his drink, which is like this flush red wine.
Inquisitively. But, thank you for your answer. I suppose I must figure it out myself, huh? I mean, everything you've told me has been very useful, and I do thank you for your time. But, I suppose there'll be more to find out should I get my hands into it in person, at night. And for that, I suppose that requires waiting for such. But, what business were you thinking of, as with me and my diviner?
He swirls his drink and says, I think that would be a conversation for a more private time.
At night?
One could say that, or perhaps you could find me later on in the evening when you've done your search of the markets. I'm staying here for quite some time. You're more than welcome to meet me at my room.
Perfect.
And he takes a kind of like a business card, but more like a patch. He reaches into one of his robe pockets and pulls out this small little patch, like a symbol. Not really a medallion, but a symbol of who he is. Yeah. And he hands it to you, and it is very similar to the fine leaf of Syngorn. The elven leaf, like Lord of the Rings. Of Syngorn, but it is twisted. It is a twisted leaf. And he hands it over to you and says, if you are interested in business, do find yourself to any of my marketplaces or places of business with this symbol, the twisted leaf of the Vanairos family, and I will be sure to contact you.
That I would appreciate. I thank you for your time. But I'll let you get back to what you were doing. There's more to be done. Till we see again, darling. And Elikas would get up and do a deep bow, and I guess turn away. Well, pocketing the badge.
He Galathier nods his head towards you and says, one last point of business. If you plan on taking up mercantile here in Syngorn, I would make sure you seek about the guild runner. He takes his fair share of any business done.
Good inquiry. Thank you for your advice.
Of
That
course.
is something I should look into.
And he holds his glass up towards you and lets you walk off.
And then I'll head over to the bartender and put down 10 gold. I suppose a deal's a deal. Let's hope that no more customer trauma shall do us any more damage.
Well, this is wonderful to hear. Follow me. And the figure leaves the bar and begins walking towards the stairs.
So Lucy, Lady Alex, shall we?
What?
course, my liege. And I start walking with him.
Perfect.
The figure brings you up this flight of stairs and towards the end of a hall and unlocks a door and lets you in. And it is a very fine room. There is crystalline, like chandeliers and other objects all about. There are candles everywhere, fine, like animal lined furs across the floor, and a very nice looking large bed within the end of the room. There seems to be. They're actually in. For the first time, I get to explain plumbing in Dungeons and Dragons.
I don't want to hear
As
plumbing.
there are very fine, like almost tree trunk shaped like sinks with like acorn faucets running down into them.
Damn.
And it is a very, very fine and fancy looking room.
Hey, I say, not as fancy as lady as Mosier's place, but elder.
Do you whisper that because the elf bartender is still there?
Oh
yeah,
shit! Yeah, I think that to myself.
Okay, because I was about to pinch the shit out of Lucy.
The elven figure. The elven figure would turn to you, Whitlock. What is your elf name again? Can you write it down?
Uh, Elegance.
Lord Elikas. They turn to you and say, "I do hope you do enjoy your stay, my lord," and hand you the key.
Much appreciation, darling.
And then
Supposed to catch you around.
they walk back down the hallway, letting you enter.
Okay. Well, I'll like kind of. I'm assuming everyone gets in, right?
All I'm imagining right now is Whitlock closes the door and is like deep, like heavy breathing, like, oh my god, what did we just do?
Yeah, exactly. He's like, if he goes in, he's like going like the corner of the room where no one can hear. He's like, I can't fucking stand this, dude. The fuck are we doing? But this is nice living. Okay. So we got business cards. We got the gist of everything. How we're gonna try to get everyone else to fit in this fucking place, this establishment. I didn't think that through, but that's no problem. We can have separate places to live at, right, guys?
I have an idea.
Yeah.
Tell tell them basically, your guards are coming in the upcoming days because you have some very important dealings and you care about your safety. That's what Lucy says. Because look, being real, if at they look at Paul, they're gonna turn away because that guy's huge, and then Briar is just looks like a menace.
She's an
like-
elf. She'd get on right.
That's true, but like,
But for Paul, that's a little out there. I'm sure they wouldn't mind that being me god, and then we save for Briar.
it's other guard. Just keep them both as guards. Briar already looks like menacing if you think about it.
Oh, that's true. Very true. Yeah, you know, good idea. That's why, well, you know, metaphorically, you are my butler. But yeah, I'm sure it's fine. But hey, has it been an hour yet?
You're closing in.
Okay. We should probably keep the door locked and hunker down for till
I
nightfall.
sounds good. I close the windows like that, the curtains. Sorry. So like, if somebody
Yeah.
tries to peep in or anything, they don't see Whitlock change. Um, then, what's it called? Um, yeah. And yeah, I lock the door basically. That's the other thing I want to say.
Yeah. Lock the door.
If
Keep like any amount of like visual entry closed.
Yes, and one more thing, I'll tell you, you are a scholared man. You have you gone to college? You know a lot of stuff, Whitlock. So your magic runs out, or you have to walk out of here as a human, or in here as a human. You will say you are here on Lord Elikas's service, or you are his lawyer. You keep trade law consistent for him. Basically, if you've seen Django Unchained, you're Candy and the lawyer is
Bro,
Whitlock.
bro, imagine if a Lord Elikis walks in and tries to buy a fucking room, and then Whitlock disguised as Elikis comes through. He's like, "What the fuck?" It's like, "That man is an imposter."
Yes, dude.
It's like, wait, I made that person up. That person's real. It's like, now I'm giving the DM ideas, dog. We're cooked.
Yeah.
That'd be honestly
Mwahaha.
really. That'd be funny though, for real. But I'm sure we'll come across some sort of idea and such to deal with it. But if anyone knocks the door, let me do the talking in the most posh voice to get them off our tail.
Sounds good, my lord.
Of course. Now, let's rest, shall we?
Finally, and I just like, how many beds are in this room, man?
Yeah, that's a good point.
There is one very large bed in the middle.
Are there sofas?
There are definitely there's definitely like a sofa and some comfortable chairs around as well.
I drop into one of the chairs and I just fall asleep.
All right, I suppose that's that.
It's like early morning, right, or midday.
It's midday, yeah.
It's grown closer as you've been walking around. If it was maybe 5 o'clock when we started this session, it's closer to around 7:38 now.
Okay.
Well, looks like it's just you and me, Alex. Probably prefer to hit the hay or do what you psionics people do. I don't know, meditate? I never really asked you more about your stuff, but you kind of strike me as a private person, and I don't know if I should be asking you more about it, if you feel comfortable. If not, that's your business. If you'd like to know about me, more about me, I certainly try to tell you as much as I can. I'm not like, bar to say shit. I don't know if you'd like to know each other more or just strictly keep this business. It's totally up to you. And by the way that guy was coming off, he wanted to meet me in his room? Does that sound a little suspicious? Does he want me to do something peculiar? Maybe we should let Paul know. Seems like he's well versed in that. Anyway.
Are you implying shady or horny?
Maybe both. Who knows? Maybe
I
either
wake
or.
up and I say like, I think it's horny, and I go back to sleep.
Talk about business.
I will say, you may ask me whatever question you'd like.
I wake up because I want to hear this.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. So where'd you learn the whole psionics thing? Where'd it come from?
You
Or,
just see a light smile under her veil at summer camp.
yeah, okay, I'll buy it. Was this psionics summer camp for girls only?
No,
Huh. So you just
I wouldn't know. I was the only one.
oh, you only one. So you
It was a
taught yourself.
private training session, but summer camp sounds more fun.
Yeah, I suppose so. So who taught you? Did you teach yourself?
I never learned their name.
Oh,
Their name was teacher.
fair. Are you still in touch with that person, or no?
No, I haven't spoken to them in months.
Are you guys on good terms or not? Are they even alive? Hey, no judgment from me.
I will just simply say they were mute. We did not have much of a relationship.
Gotcha. Strictly teacher and student. Fair enough. Fair enough. Um. Yeah. So what got you into this whole T-Bat business?
Well, post college life was boring.
Tell me
I
about
thought
it.
I'd shake it up a bit. I gave it the good try. I spent a little bit of research into uh, the core deities, but I felt like Tiamat's tenets just spoke to me.
Rightio. Try the straight and narrow, but that
You feel
wasn't
the
really
same
your
way?
thing. Uh, more or less, yeah. Wait, hold on. Sorry, give me a sec. Uh, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, more or less, I suppose. I guess I never told you about myself, huh? Whatever I did, it was kind of vague, and that was on purpose, because all eyes on us. Now this is more, I suppose, more private. Uh, it would kind of like sit, kind of look up to the left and right, and kind of like quizzly say, like, just think for a sec. It's not me lying or anything like that. I, I locked, obviously I joined in for Team Out for a reason. Um, yeah, no, yeah, I joined in for Team Out for a reason. I definitely like the, what they offer and such. But anyway, I kind of never really went to Bard College. It's all a front. Yeah, I'm a bard all in all, but not for
You
the
were not
purpose.
studied.
Yeah, I mean, I've read me books. I've done this and that. I've done my own studying on my own time and such. Listen, um, the gods have way too much control over everything, right? Whether what we can do, can't do, this is and that. I just kind of want to be, I don't know, 5 steps ahead of them at all times. That's tough, I know. There's so much stuff to do. But I just want to know every answer to every problem. I want to know every spell that's been forgotten, every ancient tale. And who can possibly help me get that way? Tiamat, of course. And I don't mind taking the long routes, this and that. I just don't want the gods to bother me. I just want to do my own thing with my mates. You guys. And Tiamat definitely fills it up just right. So, I feel me packed that way. And that's that. I just feel like the gods never helped me with everything that's been going on. This is not like me being a weeping story, right? But I just kind of say I'm the last of me people. And I'd rather just leave it like that, you know? So, I just want to be untouched, pretty much. But that takes time. So, I'm totally willing to take the time, have Tiamat help me out with that and such, and do whatever it takes.
So are you more anti-deity as a whole then, but will use Tiamat for an ends?
I mean, yes and no. I mean, I like at the very end, I definitely want to help out Miss Tiamat. Is she? I'm totally appreciative of who she is. So, um, so I definitely help her out. I just think it'd be a beneficial partnership, you know. Obviously, she'd be the greater end of the bargain, I'm sure, and I'm totally okay with that. Like if she makes me untouchable by the rest of the gods, I'm totally chilling.
Were you
Cause
scorned?
I'm sorry, what does scorn mean? I
What,
English.
did the prime deities hurt you? You seem to have a vendetta.
How do I say that? They never did anything specifically to me, but they never did anything for me. You know, begged and begged for help, begged and begged for this and that, and no one answered, and nothing. Right? So I'll just take and just do it my own way, and get past that way and such. But hey, T-Mat's the only one who seems like they'd answered, so I'm totally chill with it.
Alex seems to get lightly upset at what you said, but doesn't.
What?
Like her face just like tenses.
Did I say something that pissed you off?
No, I agree. The gods have been pretty checked out, haven't they?
In their own ways, but it's funny enough that T-Mat's the only one who looks out for someone like me, huh? I suppose it's, what's that funny little word? Destiny. But that's just me, though. I'm sure Asmodeus, I didn't really reach out to him, but I'm sure he's a wonderful guy as well.
Probably
He's
for a
the
price.
best.
Yeah, for a price. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, true, for a price. But anyway, that's me.
Well, thank you for the story.
And thank you for listening to me babble. It's my favorite pastime is yapping. But that's all I pretty much got. And thank you for sharing your stuff as well. Strikes me as someone who likes to keep it private and keep it hidden, which I completely understand. So I won't press you anymore. But if there's anything more you'd like to tell me, I'll always hear you out. Because that's what us, what would be companions? Yeah, I don't know if we're on the friends basis yet, but I'll always hear you out, Sheila. Always. Till then, that's all I got.
You're very sweet for someone that wants to work in a cult for a betrayer.
He just kind of like smirks. I suppose I am, huh? I suppose it's all part of the charm.
With luck, the sweet. Quite the epithet.
No, not a bad name. Certainly better than Lord Alikaz. But I suppose I'll do for now. But anyway, enough with the quote-unquote blank. Like he holds up his fingers to do that quote-unquote thing. Tragic backstories and all the like. Shall we rest, or at least let time pass until night comes and we'll figure out what we do from there?
I think that's not
Sounds
a bad
good.
plan.
Rightio. And if you got anything you'd like to share, Lucy, I'm all ears too. But if not, I guess we'll call it.
Is there anything you'd like to know?
I mean, I feel like I got the full gist of you, but I mean, if there's more you want to say, I'll always listen.
Simple-minded being. Just try to do a job.
Respect.
Well, I can get Tiamat. I start to recline myself on the couch of my backyard. All the better.
Has Asmodeus ever shown issue with you working for Tiamat?
Nope, he sent me to work for her. Tried to meet her once. Didn't let me inside the castle. Said it was too unimportant for her presence. But I just gotta get her out of his realm. And then I'll get to go back home.
Lucy, can you roll me a
Oh shit.
history, please?
Yes. I'm terrible at history, good sir. 8. I'll roll a 4 just in case. 12.
You can also roll with advantage because it does involve Asmodeus.
I roll it again. So it's an 18.
18. Okay. So, you know that one of the things that you're to do is when you are able to obscure or not obscure, obtain information regarding the what's the word? The means to remove or basically whenever you find new information regarding your mission of the removal of Tiamat from, like the garden of Asmodeus, there is a person you're meant to pass this information on to. The right hand, if you will, of Asmodeus, his champion, a demon or devil called Xerxes.
Xerxes.
Zerxus.
Sorry, Zerx.
US.
Xerxes. Okay. I just tell me how am I supposed to contact you? I remember this. I think how do I contact him?
The Lord of the Hells. Likely would have told a young Lucy not to worry about that, and should anything come up, Xerxes will find his way.
Okay.
Ominous as fuck.
Okay. This information I keep it to myself. By the way, I remember it, and I am like, all I say is, but it seems to be going quite slow. I tell him. So we'll see how it goes. That's all I tell Alexandra and what basically.
Did you say what to us?
All I said basically to you guys was that I have to get rid of Tiamat from basically the Hells of Ernest. And then I get to go back home, but it's going slow.
Yeah, I'm sure. It
Like-
takes time.
Like to promote her, or what do you mean get rid of?
More like
Release her to the material plane, or dethrone?
Release her to the material realm.
Sounded a bit heretical for a second there, my friend.
Oh no, there are still dealings between them. It wouldn't be the most optimal solution for it.
That's reasonable.
Yeah.
And then I start to drift off.
Yeah. Whitlock, I guess he'll take the bed. He's bought us. He got us into the place, so he'll kind of just sit on the bed and just kind of cross his legs and stare up at the ceiling and just kind of, I guess, doze off in deep thought.
Right. What does Alex do for the night or rest?
Spends a bit of time in her journal before. There's a window in this room, yes?
There would be.
Just sitting next to the window and watching the fairly barren Elven streets, because you said it's not busy during the daytime?
It gets much more busier during the night.
Yeah, we're mainly just watching the streets. Waiting
Alright.
for nightfall.
And you pay attention to the streets waiting for nightfall. As time does pass by, things begin to become more lively, and elves come out, shops begin to open, lights begin to spark. And as the Syngornian nightlife readies itself for a night of purchase, that is where we shall end this session.